with that look in your eyes. Yeah, I see you. Too familiar with the shit that you say. I know what you do. I don't need to listen to my intuition, touch upon my superstition. I know what you're coming here for. Been in the situation, you don't have an invitation. Tried and I'm not trying no more. You incur my wrath. I ain't in a mood to go back. I ain't in a mood to go back. I wanted you then, but I don't want you again. I ain't in a mood, I ain't in a mood. No, you're a natural. Say you'll stop by my house like it's on the way. Play it casual. Say what you wanna say, but let's shoot it straight. I don't need to listen to my intuition, touch upon my superstition. I know what you're coming here for. Sick of your notifications, you don't have an invitation. Tried and I'm not trying to know. Been there, done that. I ain't in a mood to go back. Been there, done that. I ain't in a mood to go back. But I don't want you again. We've been in this situation. You don't have an invitation. I wanted you then, but I don't want you again. So get out of your head. Yeah, try it, I'm not trying no more. Been there, done that. I ain't in a mood to go back. Been there, done that. I ain't in a mood to go back. I wanted you then, but I don't want you again. Been there, done that. I ain't in a mood, I ain't in a mood. Stop. I ain't in a mood to go back.
Oh, please just work. I'll just build this thing manually. It's up, Leo. Just ask Leo. I mean, go for the list real quick.
Baby, give me a second. Cause our energy's changing. Cause this ain't just a game. I think you feel
Let's see.
this feels like something more.
Cordy's probably not going to make it. He's got 50 minutes to climb 200 ranks. Maybe he can. It's pretty rough, though. Maybe we're playing something fast.
You, but I'm too proud to beg you to stay. I don't wanna share you with anyone. Is that okay? I think you're perfect. You're a perfect fit. Just don't break my heart. It's my only rule. I don't mind being teased a little bit, but please don't make me play the fool.
Meme deck. Yes, it's Abdullah's list. I had no idea what it was going to be like. This is an academic espionage list, and I'm used to seeing the academic espionage lists that I see typically are more defensive. But it's fine. It looks like it kills people anyway, so I'm a-okay with just killing people. Yeah, there's no 5 drops. Like, instead of Auctioneer, I think this deck needs to run the cards that destroys your whole deck. There's no way we save the coin for Auctioneer. I'd rather just make a big Ed one. Hopefully I draw a spell, Fan of Knives, or Espionage, so I can do a crazy Edwin play. And hopefully he doesn't have Hunter's Mark for it. Test. Good lord. He's spending time playing Calisep for good, right? Just blow him up. Oh my goodness, Edwin's such a fucking broke back card when making that play is correct. No! No! Not like this. Not like this. Motherfucker. I think Coin Edwin was better. Nah, dog. This is better. It might have been better. I don't really care. That's the benefit of being rank 5,000 legend. You can kind of just do whatever you want. This song sucks dick. I'm gonna skip it. I was gonna trade, but that's annoying. Alright, we gotta close this out, which means eviscerate draws are good. We're just gonna drop an Auctioneer. Hunter's Mark incoming. Now he wanted to spend all these turns killing us at this point, or the Edwin. If I could stick an Auctioneer on like uncontested field, that'd be great. You can only heal to Rexar now, so you know, it'd be nice if that didn't happen. Oh. Alright, so they cost 1 mana. So ideally we're looking for a Hunter spell. Is Call of the Wild still legal? No! He's going to Spreading Grizzle. I mean, yeah, what are we gonna do? We didn't play anything from his class yet, so whatever he plays right now, just be better than you. He didn't even hit me in the head first. Good God. Good God. What are you doing? You better have the thing for this guy. Alright, so test does nothing, right? Try and take some pressure off of us. Abdullah, can this deck run the 5-drop legendary spell to just draw your deck? Or is it not good at doing that? I assume that... I thought that was the point of like the espionage strategy, was to do that combination. But I assume that this deck is designed to make it a value-centric thing late game as opposed to actual win con.
Unity, precision.
I'll just kill down now. Okay. No worries then.
Military personnel and law enforcement agencies working hard in an attempt to gain some kind of handle of the situation. But most of their efforts have been futile up to this particular time.
I want to listen to my save stuff. I'm not trying to micromanage that shit. The YouTube stuff. That song was like too bad, but I don't know whether or not it's good for streaming. So, all right, let's play a few more games on this. How many games have you like logged onto this, Abdullah? Because I want to start playing with cards here soon. I mean, Death Auto Hunter is really good against like control-y type decks anyway. Definitely be improved. Okay. I mean, the base of the deck seems fine. It has the auctioneer combo stuff. We use a lot of our resources to make a very greedy Edwin. So that's like nothing to do with the deck. That's just me being like aggressive. I'm just hoping that he just can't answer the Edwin in time. But eventually put down the Grizzly and I kept whiffing draws. 2 auctioneers. Not ideal when I'm just trying to kill him, but can't hate it. So I kind of think we keep Minstrel. I hate keeping this for tempo. I'd rather just play Fandalori or Augmented thingy. The reason I want to keep this is so I can like coin into a 4-drop and it makes sense. Because if we keep Minstrel, we get to coin into it and potentially pick up Fandalori. And then I think we keep Espionage against this deck. That's what this deck does. I don't really know what Druid like stuff can get that like matters, but we'll give it a good old try. Dogs version, they play 30 games, so at 13 and 7, 3 to 4. Okay. I'm cool with it. I was kind of hoping to fight rank 1 people, but looks like there's still dumpster legends. How many legends are there right now in America? There's actually quite a few.
Time goes short.
Surprisingly enough. Oh, okay. Turn 1 Espionage, right? It did. Feels good. Now when we draw this, we'll get 2 1-drop things. It's pretty good.
That was wild.
Sorry, I haven't played this game in a bit. I tried to squelch him through myself. Oaken summons. Dude, I'm down. What? This deck's nuts. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Ooh, my good back. Oh, we gotta mute him now. There's no way to lose this fucking game. Oh, dude, sit the fuck down. Yeah, you get him, big boy. You tag that scenarios. He's gonna like hit it with a spell and then finish off next turn somehow. I don't know how he does it. He needs like a bunch of stuff. think it's Minstrel.
There once was a man from
I need to get a 5-drop in my hand for this thing. You go this and Edwin. It's not like terrible. Maybe this is better. Maybe go this and this. Except for this guy next time. Oh shit, I didn't see that play coming. Nice. So this is definitely better than this, right? Or is it not? We have to do it now because we have the 5-drop. Yeah. Give it 8 attack. Or 3 attack. You should definitely play Minstrel after Espionage because you can hit the fat 1-mana minions. Yeah, I'm just now realizing this. I don't know how good tokens are against this kind of deck. This kind of deck plays Spreading Plague, so I can't imagine that's too desirable. I really want to play this, but I can't right now, so let's go and shuffle. I mean, he used a lot of removal, including his Steel Rager, which I'd assume takes a removal slot. Wow. I don't think we had an option to like avoid this. We could get Spellproof and Taunt, right? That quit fucking killing my shit! Even that low of life total, why did we need to Moonfire that? Naked Ock lives? Yeah, I mean, he's used so much damn removal that I don't know how it wouldn't live, you know? So we Espionage first so that we get all the draw spells from it. I mean, like, this is, like, okay. I can make, like, a really big Edwin, but I'd rather get, like, the really low-cost stuff in my deck so that if I can just go off of Auctioneer, that'd be the ideal. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to Edwin this turn, but next turn we'll do it. So we'll do this. I don't know if the shuffle happens first. I guess we'll draw first. It's fine. Okay, so now what? This. No touch.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big herd throbbing cocks wanting to
I want to take this because I can play around Ultimate Infestation by playing this. How is this song playing? Not alone. Oh, this is somebody else.
Hot herd, buff cowboys, their cocks throbbing herd. 18 more wild cowboys out in the yard.
Now, hopefully he doesn't find another Moonfire. That would be disastrous.
Orgy in the showers at Ram
Alright.
Ranch.
So now we just gotta try and kill him, right? So 1-mana spell here. Not my force of nature. So this is 10. This is 14, 15. See a little bit more damage. Let's go with this rate. Just on his head. Try and find some like damage, some variety. Discover Savage Roar. Backstab more draw. Other stuff does damage. We'll just take cheap card. Just draw. So that doesn't really matter. I might use it just for tempo. You can play this, but then it like leaves us available to be run over by Spreading Plague.
18 naked cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks.
Great Scott.
Hot herd, buff cowboys, the cocks throbbing herd. 50 more wild cowboys in the yard. Big bulging cocks ever so hard.
Good God, I'm getting this out of here. What am I listening to? It was a song that somebody else, it was a Freeborn. It's a song that somebody else linked to the song request thing. I have no idea what beasts have died this game. I guess we're gonna get a spider, which isn't terrible. He's dead, right? He can't respond to this stuff the amount of mana he has. But yeah, how you doing, Freeborn? Just got back from Penn State. I didn't watch the game or anything. Well, in America, there's a really big rivalry game for the college I came from. But I went up to Penn State for one of my buddy's 21st birthday, so it was yesterday night. Not like yesterday night, but like Friday night. So that was a lot of fun. Which, of course, if you know, in America, 21st birthday is like the day you can like drink alcohol legally. I feel like listening to this song. Yeah, I think the deck, like, you go with Doomsayer as like your defensive property, which makes sense. But then you also have like some aggressive properties, which is kind of like jarring in a sense. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Doomsayer. Doomsayer is one of my favorite cards, but you gotta be careful to kind of actually play it in. Like like if you have Doomsayer in the deck, it just like, to me, I think you have to run Vanish, like in the same decks as Doomsayer if you're like a control rogue, which means you would also run Giggling Inventor. Like Giggling Inventor might just be better than, you know, any other one card. Maybe just Fan and Eyes. Maybe it's better than that because you're running Downers. It's pretty good. I hate all of these. Summon 3 minions from a deck, they die. It's just bad for me. It's like the best one. I never do anything with them, and I never get a chance to play. This is too slow. I'd rather just get a dude on the table next turn. Hallucination, man. I really like this card. It's really balanced, but not very consistent. Can't even backstab this to become a big Edwin. Just weapon up. Sit on our hands, play Espionage, following next 2 turns, and hope to get cards good enough to beat Death Rattle Hunter. One thing I don't understand is, like, this dude's ranked 3,000. There's 30 minutes left in the season. And he's playing Death Rattle Hunter. Like, why? Why are you playing Death Rattle Hunter? It just blows my mind. Alright, let's see. Like, I don't know why I should backstab this. Like, why am I worried about this? I just melee it over 2 turns, right? That makes much more sense. Is there like any way you can punish me? Is there, like, you can coin cube it? Is that like even that bad? Or you can play taunts, and then I just would have wasted a damage and I can't backstab it anymore. You can coin out the guy that... No, because then I just... backstab that taunt guy in Bowspine. Yeah, this is fine. This is the best use of my resources. I'll say backstab for this. And something bigger. He's probably gonna coin out, play, what's it called? Serenite Chain Gang. That's like the best response to this play. Assuming he runs it, which I assume. Dead. It's annoying, but we can deal with it. Some combination of backstab, eviscerate, Edwin is like what I want to do.
Here we go. The Brotherhood shall.
I mean, like, you just probably get Hunter's Marks this anyway, but what am I really gonna do? I gotta, like, bleed him out of those kind of cards. Season ends tomorrow, by the way? What do you mean? Oh, shit. My bad. I thought it ended tonight. Alright, so this guy's trying Lamau? Is that what's happening? Is that what I'm expected to believe? Oh, this looks like the play. It's push damage, I guess. And he kills this guy. So what about trading here, this onto a Devil's Sword? Does that work? I think so. I want to do this next turn. I need draw though. That's like what's really crippling me. I think our best bet is just to ignore the cube and just go face. Or maybe not. Trade. Kill this. Yeah, it's probably trade here. I'll spine one of these guys off and then just like pray. Oh, fuck yeah. Deck's so hard to beat, man. Oh, it's those things. Alright, well this is solving stuff. For some reason I thought they were Devil Swords. I'm dumb. Yeah, I guess I just keep this charge. He destroys it, whatever. Because Death Runner Hunter picks no brain to play, but I would think he wants to play like a brainy deck. That's actually fun. These hunters mark my Vile Spine. Are you serious, dude? Alright. Got it, bud. Don't shuffle a billion free cards into my deck. Get it for each individual one. We have 30 cards in our deck. That's fucking great. Okay, so the biggest issue with this deck is that you don't have a ton of. I think it needs to run sprint. I remember like whenever I was like watching other streamers play the deck, it was running sprint. And that makes much more sense. I'm fine running tests, but I'm gonna reformat it to where I get to run sprint because I need some like way to like draw cards. I think sprint is just better than auctioneer.
Here we go.
What do we cut for other stuff though? Because I want to run this thing, the Giggling Inventor too. I know Giggling's for sure better than SI. The fucked up Aaron. Card still sucks when it's 1 mana. We're gonna kill this guy. I don't want to kill it with this because I can't do something with this damage. But like this way we can kill it more neatly, and it kind of makes his like hyena plays more awkward. Like, I think this is like the line. The disadvantage to this is that I'm like losing a lot of health because the deck that shoots me in the head every turn. I think sprint is fine. If you run it, you should probably cut hallucinate. Okay, I can feel that. Check Dog's deck list. Sure, we'll check out Dog's deck list after this match. I just want to compare them. I want to see how close Abdullah is to like Realist. So he's dead. I feel like he's dead. Black. This card's ass. What is this card? I didn't even get a chance to fully read it. Let's see what he's doing different. Some ooze. Some betrayal. I mean, we're running Doomsayer. I don't know if Doomsayer is better than Betrayal in this meta. I don't know what Betrayal exactly hits. Valera. Ziliax for what? The giggling? And then what else? I think this deck's too all in on the espionage. It's like doing nothing but trying to make espionage work. It probably does just fine. But I definitely like this as this thing more. It's the same stat line, it's aggressive. It's gonna do the same stuff against like Audra, except in the case where they buff their weapon for 2 damage. Alright, I kind of absorbed what he's doing here. I don't know if I'm gonna run Maya's. I might run Valera though. It seems like it has its uses. Oops. One too many clicks. Alright, let's cut the hallucinates. I don't know how I feel about Doomsayer. It's probably fine against like the odd road type stuff, but then it is like weapon you in the head. So what is it like? What matches? Can you explain to me like why you have Doomsayer in here, Abdullah? I want to run Test because that seems like fun. Run Valera, whatever. I put Doomsayer because a lot of times I fell behind on board and I needed a way to reset. Okay. I'll try it for a bit. I do want to run Giggling Adventure though. What else is Dog doing different that we aren't running right now? Running Ooze. Shiv instead of Thalnos. What else? That's basically it. Why do I feel like we have more cards in our deck than he does? Yeah, I mean, I'm fine, like, ducking shit behind Giggling, too, with the, Doomsayer stuff. Maybe Ziliax at 1 Giggling is correct, then. It's kind of defensive. If there was a little more offensive choice, I'd go with that. And then the Ziliax. Ziliax is, like, a really defensive card. We'll add him in. Whatever. I'm not picky. I am really picky, but not in this case. Like, is 2 of this dude just not better? Maybe you run 2 because you don't run Tar Creeper. But then I kind of want to run Ziliax. I just don't know if just 3 random healing's good enough sometimes. What are the 3 drops is he running? We're running Edwin, Alec. Alec's replacing the Tar Creeper. It's not running very many 3 drops. Maybe we cut Edwin. I don't even know how many, like, if we're not running Hallucinate, we just don't have, like, spell fodder to just, like, make him work. A lot of times I feel like he's very awkward to play. We're not running Prep. Oh, we have to run Prep because of, we can still Prep out Sprint, but I was immediately thinking of, Espionage. Let's cut this card. And then we'll run Ziliax, and then I think this is fine. Z. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's try it. Let me see what you're saying. I think Thanos is definitely better because then Shiv you can get 4/4s if your opponent removes it. Yeah, like in response, I like the Thanos in combination with Fan. It's a really good clear option. Thanos is just a good card. I think he's definitely better than Shiv. Shiv's good if you're like just trying to cycle through your deck, but Thanos is just universally good. I don't know. It's probably fine either way. It's probably marginal the increase, but I definitely think Thanos is slightly better than Shiv. Vanish is an option, but it's hard to vanish and do it all for the same turn. It's more that like if you have Vanish in your deck, you can Vanish and then play Doomsayer and like buy yourself another turn. Or you can recur your battle cries from your Giggling Inventors or Fandalores. You can have prep Vanish type stuff. Eventually, though, I think I do want to cut Doomsayer for something a little bit more aggressive. But for right now, it's fine. Alright, well, Mulligan is if it's Odd Rogue. If it's Quest Rogue, you probably don't beat that deck anyway, so there's no point in like trying to find Alex and stuff like that. But your deck's very slow. We don't have like a lot of ways to just get to stuff, and if it just freezes down our Fandalores, it doesn't even matter anyway. Well, it looks like he's Quest. Again, I mean, like, to me, if I was trying for, like, top 200, I would have been trying to play, like, maybe he's learning Quest Rogue, but, like, why would you, like, be playing good decks at, like, 5k? It doesn't make any sense to me. Gonna re-weapon next turn and play the Quest, it seems. Sounds really bad. Kill us with this Doomsayer, though. Kind of okay with just playing it right here so that he can't, like, bounce this thing. Well, he can, but, you know, obviously it'd be... I'm assuming it's Quest. He even kept this card. There's no reason not to play right now. He has it. What the fuck is this? Is this Miracle? Not Quest, by the way? Yeah, I mean, I'm figuring that out now.
There once was a man from Gildan.
What is this card? Still. Numbskull to them. Well, maybe we kind of played the first Doomsayer kind of at a poor time. Do this and this next turn to hit his Giggling. I think it's this. If he kills this, it's a waste of resources, so I'm not really that worried about it. And like, I'm planning on doing this next turn no matter what. Either that or even playing this by itself if he doesn't develop anything. But I expect him to develop something.
Precision. Perfection.
Here we go.
Maybe we play Firefly. It doesn't seem half bad. Fills our curve a little bit better. I just hate not having one drops. Rogue's so weird. Did he mulligan the first card? No, he did. Maybe he did. I wasn't paying that close attention. The far left card was, like, he kept it. On my screen, he did at least. Maybe it was at the start of your hand card. Alright, well, this has to die. I know we have to eviscerate it. I'm trying to think if there's like a play we can make that's like less barbaric than going like espionage eviscerate. It's like nothing, right? Like it's just espionage eviscerate, I think. Death Rattle Rogue, maybe. I mean, he hasn't done anything that like really pegs him as Death Rattle Rogue. That'll be some kind of Malagos thing. His Firefly, he wouldn't be doing that. It's probably his Miracle. This is run Ziliax for mid-range value. He's keeping so many cards in his hand. If there's anything else, I would assume he's trying to more proactively affect the table. Prep. So what? Man, this is just a mystery. Okay, we're both just stealing each other's decks. That makes more sense. Like, it makes no sense that he's just like playing like plus big. It's pretty big. You have a sap now. That's really good. Alright, well, let's file spine this dude. Fucking free.
Here we go.
I love how we didn't figure out that he was the same deck as us. Vandalori. Well, 1 mana 1? Tickle my pickle. And a clear. God damn. Well, he's already gotten his Alec value. He's already gotten his Espionage and his Vandalori in the deck. Already drawn a ton of cards. I don't know how good the value of Espionage right now is. I kind of want to sap the 3/4 and this the 4/4 and play a Minstrel. So that means we sap the 3/4 first. Play the Minstrel.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Kidnapper. I can't imagine bouncing this to his hand is correct. Even just for the tempo, we don't have like a lot of burn left. At least not burn that we like know of. There they come. So these are decent to shove it to his hand now. So what now? Plays 2 of these things. I don't know how test works with like when you're playing it from your like another class, but it's still your class. Ah, fuck.
My hand is too full.
We didn't need that. Let's go Espionage Minstrel, I think. It's gotta be fun.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
I usually work alone.
Alright. This is getting a lot harder. So Giggling Minstrel's gonna have to come down next turn. Or sorry, Giggling Inventor. It only replaces this, which this is pretty good, so I don't want to play this just yet.
soon.
His whole hand's like basically cost nothing, right? Well. He just runs Cold Blood in his deck. It's like we can go like or Giggling Venture. I don't know like what weapons matter, if there's even a weapon in my deck. I'm pretty sure I have to sap this, which sucks, but I need to get it off the table. I can also Vile Spine it. I can go Giggling Vile Spine, and then he probably just pushes through. So it's not good. I can Vile Spine this. Makes sense, right? That's like my whole damn turn.
Choose soon.
Sucks. God, well, he has 4 damage, but he, like, if he has Eviscerate, he needs something else to push through.
Welcome to my world.
No, he just has lethal, he's just fucking flexing, I guess. Yeah, man. He beats us in the mirror because he runs Cold Blood. That's the reason he's running Firefly, is so that he can just push damage against decks. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, not really feeling the Doomsayer. There's gotta be something better we could run. Like, even Betrayal would have been better there, because we could have, like, forced, like, shit to, like, actually die. But he probably plays around Betrayal anyway, given that it's a dogs list. But I don't think it's Doomsayer. It's, like, too hard to, like, it's, like, good on curve, but, like, any other point in the game, it's just bad. So, we'll try Betrayal for right now, but I'd rather have, like, an actual removal spell, if I can. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Top of the morning. What's up, Matt? It is very much morning. 3 in the morning to be exact. You think 77, rank 77 can hold until tomorrow, Abdullah? My buddy Zagios is spectating people right now, so I assume he's like pretty content with it. Adam's rank 50. Nice, nice. We gotta look for espionage. We don't want to sprint before we have a bunch of free stuff in our deck. Don't think so. Is like actual statistics like published about that kind of shit? Has anybody like actually done the legwork on that, or do people just kind of guess and feel it out? Like, there has to be like a thing where like you know the number of legend players at the end of the month that exist. There has to be some kind of statistically proven thing with like an error margin of like how likely you are to lose your rank given the rank you're at. That kind of thing could actually be created and sold, you know? May just be the fact that I've worked too long in statistics in college to like not think about it that way. We'll save this and do it next turn. I mean, like, we're just gonna cycle this, right? Worst case, he has that 1/3 that gains life every time we deal damage to something, but he's probably just gonna armor up. Oh, he's not Odd Warrior? I don't know what the fuck's going on. What I do want to make is a Temple Warrior. Like, immediately after this match, I was, like, thinking about it when I was, like, sitting somewhere. I can't remember where I was. But I was thinking about making a Temple Warrior. Because Berserker is a good card, man. Berserker gets shit done. I'm decaying really fast right now. Yeah, I mean, now's the time to do your matches if you're trying to, like, secure your spot. I think 44 will hold top 100. If 44 doesn't hold top 100 the last day, then, like, what the fuck is he supposed to do? But victory's contagious. Gotta have this bag here. Alright, let's see what's going on. Armor. If we get armor eventually, that's good. Kind of want to do backstab, minstrel. Go with this. Then he just bumps in, and I don't have the backstab play anymore. So, one drop, please. Oh, nice, nice. That's really good. I don't know how to sequence this, to be honest. It's probably this, then this next turn. This. That's pretty good. Trades this in.
So many options.
Deal 4 to everything. At least. Ziliax. Shouldn't matter.
Choose soon.
Yeah, bitch, I know. Recently, my internet has been shit no matter where I've gone. It's so frustrating. I don't want to, like, use this yet. I don't know what his deck does. It's obviously fatigue. It's a capacity. I mean, this is, like, fine. I just want a minstrel. It's, like, what it really comes down to.
Was a man from Gilnet.
Uh-oh. This could be bad. Yeah, it's gotta be Dead Man's Hand Warrior. I don't want to throw this into his weapon. That's so reckless. I think it's this. The fuck is that? Slam? Yeah. gonna bite the bullet on this then. Actually, he doesn't have to take any damage, right? You might as well try with this, right? Not doing anything else this turn.
Here we go.
Trades and trades, I believe. Oh boy, you shuffled the coin in too? He wants to draw that nonsense? I guess he wanted to have a giggle in his pool.
Here we go.
I wanted to attack, I had to do it before I stealth. That's what I was like trying to figure out, whether or not I needed to do one or the other. Is there anything busted we can do by playing 2 warrior cards in a row? I know I'm for sure playing 2 Pandalores next turn. Maybe not anymore. No, we can just let that sit together. You know, someone brought Odd Hunter to, I don't know, what's CM versus EU. Is that just like countries? Is like Odd Hunter like not good? I thought you said it was good. Odd Hunter seems fine. It's just whether or not you know how to play it in this meta, which I don't know how to play it in this meta. I don't prefer that kind of deck, but people are like okay with it. It's a really good card. Is there a crazier weapon? Do we get like the Death Knight weapons off of this thing? Iron Cleaver's like up there in terms of like raw power, which is like why I kinda don't want to. Yeah. We're using Shield Slam, like why not just use it again, right? Canada versus Europe. Yeah, he will destroy Hunter Race today. Oh yeah, did nobody win that car yet? That's something that's going on for fucking ages, dude. Who's gonna win the car? I love how they have the car like front and center. It cracks me up, man. almost just played this. I thought this was my shadow card. I think Calypso will win the car. Oh, Calypso's in the race for it? That's cool. Calypso's a really good player, though. Good plays. The thing is can he fatigue a deck that can just shuffle more cards into his deck? So eventually I'm going to draw Espionage and put 20 cards into my deck. You dig? I want to save this for a field wipe. Not just play it for value. I guess you just play a really big Zilliax. Precision. Perfection. Precision. Who else is like still like in the contention for the car? That's cute. Fine with that. Uh-oh. Dude, I'm totes down with this fucking card. Let's go. Alright, what do we do? What do we do? Her weapon poisonous? It's probably this. That sucks. Underwhelming, to say the least. Kinda want to use a sap. Nah, this can sit here, whatever. This is past turn. I think he will take the cash instead of the car, which is 250k. He's allowed to do that? No! My Rune Spear. You bastard. It's alright, because Tess is gonna play that card for me again. You fucking lit, man. God damn. I mean, like, I don't want to backstab that. That's super fucking lame. I also don't want it to, like, just sit here fucking ever, either. Oh, just fucking kill it. I don't remember all the cards you got from me. I remember they all sucked, besides Tess and Growl. But I think he copies them, like, at the cost they originally are. No, I think he does get the cheap ones. Never mind. No, that was gifted to him. The Gorehowl was gifted to him. So he gets it at the price that, is the original price for the card. Okay. So we have to play something now, or else we ever draw. Is that how this is working? That's what the deal is. Just Mortal Strike him. Just throw it at his head, I guess.
Death's shadow grows.
I mean, I'm throwing that head.
Everywhere I go, I get a standing ovation.
Oh boy. Oh, he killed that. Okay.
Show shot so high, keep it cracking like it's the dope spot. Fucking operation dismissed the robot. Music out moving now, this is a show shot.
I think that's kind of like insulting though, because a lot of people probably want the car. Or is everybody just saying they want the cash? Everybody just like in the tournaments is like, yeah, we just want the cash. What I really want to know is like, how does that end up being the parameters for the tournament? Like, what executive is just like, yeah, let's just make the tournament for this car. I mean, it's definitely cool. I'm not trying to like circumvent that fact, but it's just the like fancy car and Hearthstone players don't really like, doesn't really make sense. Like why? That's like the motivation. You fucking kidding me? Too busy showing them what greatness like. I have old nonsense in my hand just what to do play. What it is. Get value off his card, whatever. Still a billion things he has to kill. Would you take the car or would you take the money, Leo? What would you take? You know, I personally think I would take the car, but I don't know. Wow, he's having to use Warpath just to like get the field clear. Sad boys. Yeah, use the button, make yourself feel better about it. Nah, it's definitely better. Let me see that, let me see that ass. Let me see that, let me see that ass. To the floor. Silent death. Silent death. There's so many saps. I have to play this, I feel. I wanted to wait and play this whenever he plays a creature I have to deal with, but I need to be able to have sap Greymane next turn. Alright, Tess. Time to put in your money. I can sap, hit here. Sap, hit here. You overdraw 2. At this point, I feel like he's just gonna kill me. He's gotta do some test. I can sap something so stuff survive. Okay. You rather have the money? Yeah, man. I totally get that. I think it's more like having a memento that powerful to, like, show, like, yes, even though what I'm doing is, like, playing video games for a living, can you say that anything in your life, regardless of, like, how much wealth you have, has, like, got you an actual, like, luxury vehicle for winning? I think that's, like, really cool. Like, you can just go and buy one, sure, but, like, it's just not the same, you know? Alright, how do you not send this face? Oh, they have raw shit. I see. I'd like to not die. That'd make me very happy. Jeebus. I can't get rid of these cards in my hand fast enough to, like, make them go away. Defend the gates! Defend them. Can draw, just, like, mill a card or two. I really like that. It seems like not the play. I'm probably gonna throw this Gorehowl at his stupid fucking head, though.
Death's shadow grows. Must choose soon.
Like, I've never hit a creature from this point on. I don't have this for clear. I don't know if this is the right way I should have stacked the damage, but it seemed fine. If I stacked it differently, this would be susceptible to Dynamatic, actually, so this is actually the correct way to go about it. I don't know how to make this work. Not like with all this other stuff on the table. Just get the sap shit and hit him in the head and hope he doesn't get the thing that deals damage twice in a row. Disease is also still in the tournament. Yeah, he seems like he's doing pretty good. Money, I don't know how to drive. Well, that's why you learn, Leo. That's why you fucking learn. Isn't that the perfect incentive? When else are you gonna learn how to drive? You know? But I understand. Magnetic. So you have a mech down here. So I can just play this and just play another one. It's like pretty good, right? Just make a really big ass creature. I know we for sure sap this thing. Kinda just want to like Arcanite him in the head. But I'd rather play a weapon that has lifesteal. If I can randomly roll into that, that'd be fantastic. We're gonna eventually eviscerate him for 12 damage at any point in time, so I think just making him have to deal for a field every single turn is just the way to go about it. Magic neutralized. Dude, look at this. Thick man. Thick man. Magic neutralized. Uh-oh, this looks like he got me dead. Okay, let's see if he's gonna clear. Just because you can afford the car doesn't ensure that you can maintain the car. It's just an unnecessary expense. I mean, when you're right, you're right. It's absolutely true. I didn't even think about that aspect. Dude, should we Dead Man's Hand to show him how pathetically outmatched he is? What is this? I mean, I'm not about that life. We out-fatigued the fatigue deck. And we even got a Dead Man's Hand. You know that we could have went Dead Man's Hand into Dead Man's Hand off of our Shadow thing? That would have been so cool. We would have actually fatigued them. We have, like, no way to gain life in this deck, so... I guess that's why Ziliax is here. Is just like, emergency, need to gain life type situation scenario. Alright, we have to play Shaman cards. And I also want to make a Tempo Warrior. You should consider running Spectral Cutlass, maybe. I'll look at it. Adam Dog's list. Life Steal. Life Stake. Life is at stake. It's medium rare. Let's see. Well, whatever card you're talking about, I apparently do not own. I know it's a weapon that gains life. I mean, I would definitely run this. It's so good in our deck. It's like meant for it, right? And we like cut what? Cut like the trail. Put that in eventually. I don't have the dust to craft 2 bad epic cards though. Alright, we have to play Shaman. I know that Leo probably just hates looking at aggro Shaman. We do have to play it. And I think we have a Battle Cry quest, so we have to play Battle Cries in order to complete the quest. And I'll start brewing up, I'll start brewing up Temple Warrior. I'm not going to play it tonight though, but I do want to like at least get my hands on it. So who's all left in the tournament? Is it just top 8 right now? Are they all playing tomorrow, or are they playing, when are they playing? I thought that shit was over with, because that stuff's been going on for like a week now. And also with like getting like the really nice car, it's also prone to like theft and all the other stuff as well. Is it just like a straight translation of money? Like, is there like any cost reduction on like the car? Meaning that, can you just resell the car for more money than like you would get if you just took the flat 250? So like, for example, if you get the car in like $150,000, I don't know how much the car is. I imagine it's pretty expensive. So don't correct me on this. But if you got, fictionally, if you got the car and it was worth $100,000 at base, but they would, $150,000 at base, but they're cutting $50,000 off of it just to give it to you. Is that worth it to keep, to try and resell it, or just to keep just because you're getting a $50,000 off of the deal? That's like the question I'm posing. I don't want to show them I have Argent Squire, because just me showing I have Argent Squire reveals an awful lot about the deck. Lose this match today, top 8 tomorrow. Do I own Dr. Boom? No, I do not own Dr. Boom. Sacrifice had to be made to make this expansion happen, Leo. I was not buying this expansion. Could not afford it. That's just gonna risk it for Lightning Storm. Is it ever possible to outrun Volcano in terms of health? This is 6, this is 5, this is 11, plus these 2, that's... Unfortunately.
The calm before the storm.
Are we on Corpse Taker? gonna play around Serenite Chain Gang. It's the best I can do. I also want to have space so that I can play Fungomancer next turn.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
Just want to hammer in the head and hold all my damage. But I know he's just gonna heal. It's gonna make me super duper sad. Healer positioning for the Fungomancer that made sense too. God damn it, I hate this fucking card. The card's so good.
Take shelter.
Just the nature of this meta though. It's like any card that just does more than what it does more than just good thing we didn't go with the other play. But any card that has like double-sided value is just fucking ridiculous in this meta. I don't think we do Electro Lightning Bolt. We do Electra. Other than my here. On a bolt. So we go like this. Bolt. Head to the head. Trade, play around Lightning Storm. I mean, Dirty Rat's whatever, because you're supposed to, like, play around Dirty Rat. Either that, like, if you're aggro, Dirty Rat is, like, mediocre, but if you're, like, some nonsense control deck that only wins games by playing one card, then it's a really good one to get. I don't know. In any case, like, MC Tech was fine before, but in this meta, it's just busted. It's so busted. Kills me, man. I don't know if he's dead or not. I should probably attack him first. Dirty Rat, sorry, Dirty Rat's a necessary evil. Sometimes it sucks against aggro, because sometimes you just don't have any creatures that are, like, big enough to contest it. It used to be back in the day, Dirty Rat would pull out Flame Ray Faceless sometimes, or, like, Bittertide Hydras and stuff, and then, like, you're really just sucking, you know? Because, like, you took the gamble of them not having a really big creature in their hand. It's like the aggro Druid decks or the Pirate Warriors or the Shamans. And, like, it wouldn't pay off all the time. So Dirty Rat sometimes worked against aggro, but not all the time. So it was, like, fine. But it prevented, Reno Jackson and Kazakis from getting an immense amount of value. MC Tech as well, in that regard. I'm going to keep Corpse Taker. We have the coin. Brand's a difficult card to, like, peg as, like, damn it, they had Brand. I never really feel like, damn it, they have Brand, you know? I always feel like if they played Brand as a 3-mana card, right, and it went a whole turn without being contested, so they should get a non-field focused, what's it called, form of value. Whereas, like, if you have, like, Fledgling on turn 3 and it goes uncontested, then it's a field-focused form of value, not like a value-focused form of value. For like a better way of explaining it. I'll explain more in just a second. It's really good. So like Fledgling, it feels like it's cheating because it's like, holy shit. Okay, it's Death Rider, it's good for us. We don't have a lot of healing, I don't think. Alright, so kind of think it's this. Wait, you probably understand what I'm saying anyway. A lot of times Brand is just going to make your opponent get a lot of cards in their deck. Or in their hand. It's never going to, like, it doesn't typically just develop the field unfairly. force him to weapon up. Instead of giggling inventor. It used to be BGH was a really big deal too. Because, like, you couldn't, like, BGH was, like, the only counter to, the original Dr. Boom. And it wasn't even a counter, it just, like, stymied the bleeding to where, like, Dr. Boom wasn't an absolutely nuts broken card. Uh-oh. Alright, so we have 9 damage. Ah, damn it.
Is here.
It's really good. I'd like Doomhammer next turn, that'd be great. He's got a bop it again, I'm pretty sure. Oh, good fucking night. Yikes, dude. Doomhammer next turn or boss. Fuck. We have to play this next turn. Oh, sorry, we have to have an elemental to play this the following turn. Odds are if we play this instead of just dealing with Ziliax right now, we're gonna get punished. I'm not trying to get punished. I want him to not gain more life than he's supposed to. Oh, you're talking about the combo? I thought you were just talking about just, like, really, good cards in general that have decent battle cries. So, Brand Dirty Rat, you pull out stuff from the deck and you steal it. But typically, if you save up for that combo, you're only really stealing combo pieces. You're not really ever stealing, like, how do I explain it? Just, like, good cards, right? You're not stealing King Crushes a lot of time. That's a bad example. Sometimes that could happen. You're not, like, you're stealing, like, their MC Techs and their Dirty Rats and their Reno Jacksons without the battle cries and stuff like that. So it's, like, it's not, like, that big of a deal, you know? In my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. It's weird. It's like a Vile Spine turn. That was so fast. I'm actually worried about dying? No fucking way. Alright, we're in trouble. It's 25 damage. His heals for 12. I say this is okay. We definitely don't deal fruits inside of the table. It doesn't save us. It only does... It kills these two, but it summons another one, so it doesn't do anything. So it heals for 12. And like, hopefully, comes around next turn. I'm pretty sure it's to trade into this with these two. So he does 15 to us now, which brings us down to 13.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
For a second, I thought he ate one of these Devil Swords. I'm like, god damn. Alright, I don't know what this gives me, but I need it to be something good.
The calm before the storm.
Lamau. This is the worst one to get, because you don't have like, any spells in our deck. Oh, I should have played these two, because I need to play Shaman spells, or Shaman cards, so I can complete my quest. It's a Kura. Nice. How do you win card? How do you win cards in like Hearthstone? Well, what do you mean exactly? Like how do you like unlock cards? Is that the question? this is what you're asking. I'll show you real quick. You get gold. If you come down here to this little thing that says quest log, like compass, it gives you gold, which is the in-game currency for this game, by completing these objectives. In this case, our objective now is to play 30 shaman cards, which is a class in the game, obviously. And it gives you 60 gold. And then every increment of 100 gold, you can go down to the shop, and you can click on any pack you want. Usually you want to buy the newest pack thing, the newest expansion, which is the Boomsday Project. And you can buy packs with your gold that you get, which I have 135. For 100 gold, you can get 1 pack apiece. So I use 100 of my 135 gold, I can buy a pack. I mean free? How do you get card? What do you mean get card free? You can't get free cards in Hearthstone, brother. It's pay to win. You ever played a card game before? I mean, like, there's like, other than, like, doing quests, you just play the game, and, hold on, let me disenchant these cards. I owned all of them, so I don't get any new, cards. You can just play the game. You see, like, wins 2 out of 3. If you win, 3 times in a row, you get 10 gold. So, if you win 30 games a day, you can make free gold that way. I see, thank you. Alright. Sorry, I mean, like, if that's not, like, the full extent of the question you want to answer, I can, like, explain it better. I just didn't know exactly what you were saying. I feel like there's some kind of language disconnect, but that's usually not a problem. Get to the root of it. Hearthstone needs some intermediate mode between standard and wild, like Magic the Gathering. You mean a custom mode? Can you play with me? Not right this second, brother. I do days where I do what's called player battles with people from stream. But given that it's the last day of the expansion and I'm only gonna be in Legend for 1 more day, there's like, I mean, like, I could play people, but like, I'm definitely not like in the mood for it right now. I kind of just want to play on ladder, you feel? But if you stick around, if you come to later streams, I'll let you know whenever it's like a player day. I'll like post it like in the title saying that it's like a player battle day. So in between like ranked matches, I play people. If that makes sense. Decent hand. Play arena, get 12 wins.
The light protects me.
I'll save my gold. I'll do an arena run next if you'd like, Leo. Just remind me to not spend my fucking money.
I fight.
So I'm painting the sky with a candy green and the clouds with silver lines.
It's important to put as much health on the table as possible instead of just like generic like Glacier Shard totem. As obviously we're doing this next turn. Plus this is good utility later on. This is actually an unfavored match, but we had a really good start. And we made our deck a little bit faster with Argent Squires, so we're a little bit better in this matchup now. But sorry, yeah, this is the reason why I wanted to gain health, is the player on this card. So now we're good. Now we probably just win the game. We can't kill something this big that easily. If you were tracking what happened, I play these creatures in my deck. They have Divine Shield. And the Blood Knight basically eats the creature's Divine Shields that are on the table. And he siphons them and puts them into his power. I want to kill this while it's still, like, a chump nugget, I think. You could Shooting Star me, which would make me very, very upset. We'd still have 2 creatures left over for Fungalmancer next turn, so I think it's correct. It's like, I don't want him to, like, just kill everything with Shooting Star, and then I have to, like, sacrifice more things to kill the mana on. really bad. This is like fine. 2 damage is really hard for me to just like do. Alright, so let's separate these the best I can. I think like this is what I'm shooting star the best. Is the MTG Arena beta free? Yeah, it's free, man. It's open beta right now, so you can. Oh my god. Okay, we're actually good. Dude, this song is my jam, by the way. I don't know, this sounds like so relaxing and calming. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, hopefully it's not too loud. I've already got top 10 legend with Tempo Mage from rank 300. Got a 90% win rate. Yeah, well, getting top 100 legend is just getting lucky, right? Or at least top 10 legend is just getting lucky. I'm glad he got there, though. Pretty cool. We're almost there, Leo. Don't worry. Only so much aggro shaman left. But yeah, the MTG Arena beta, MTG Arena just got reset like a few days ago. Yeah, I want to play Amani Berserker and Temple Warrior. In fact, let me build some of that. We're already in the match, never mind. I don't know why more people don't play Amani Berserker and Temple Mage. Aren't they hurting for like early game? Like I don't understand like who like why that hasn't been like figured out yet. Like I've seen one other person run that in this deck. We could probably keep Blood Knight. This could potentially end the game for him if he plays the way that we need him to. This is also really good too, because we can get this Argent Squire and turn one into Blood Knight if he doesn't answer it. Oh, it's already answers to Divine Shield though, unfortunately. There's this scenario where if he's like Quest Rogue, we quit out the Nimbus and then he's like committed to killing the Nimbus. Because, sorry, we quit out the Nimbus the following time we play the Argent Squire, and he's like committed to kill the Nimbus because it's going to do an extra 4 damage if he doesn't kill it right then and there. And he takes a total of 4 damage, total 6 damage, and then we get to get the Divine Shield off the Argent Squire to make this a 6/6. I assume he's like Quest Mage or Quest Rogue or like Espionage Rogue or something. I doubt he's on Rogue. If he's on Rogue, we just throw this guy out here. So you can draft your deck and basically like Hearthstone Arena. I don't really understand exactly what you mean. Yeah, like you can play MTG Arena for free, and you can do drafts. And in Magic the Gathering, draft is like considered the most skill-intensive format in the game. And we're gonna go with Plan A, which is make him commit to killing Nimbus. But yeah, draft is a very skill-intense format, because not only do you have to like learn like how to like draft, but you have to also know the meta for like what's good to draft. You have to know what can, like you can build. You have to know what your opponents are like building around you and stuff like that. But in MTG Arena, the draft isn't the same. You didn't hit that? Are you serious? Would you have hit it if it was whatever? In MTG Arena, they took the aspect of you drafting beside other people out, which may or may not be good for the game. I don't know, like, it's a beta, so I don't know, like, what's, like, set in stone and what's not. And I haven't played the newest version of it, so I can't really give my critiques on it until I play it. I plan on... I played that over there. Whatever. I plan on playing it on stream in the near future. Just, like, so it'll all be a surprise compared to the last time I played it with, Rich. But, from what I hear, it's just not cutting it, to be completely honest. I really hope that it would cut it, because, they have a pretty good storm of things that are happening in Magic the Gathering. So they have this set that they just released. It's a pre-release, like last weekend, like this weekend rather, for a set called Ravnica. And the last time that they released this set of this themality, their player base increased by 400%. So ideally, what they're trying to do is they're releasing Ravnica, again, like a newer version of Ravnica, along with Magic the Gathering Arena, and hopes to try and like stimulate enough interest to where people will bleed over from the card game Magic to Magic the Gathering Arena, and it will help to like catapult their game into success. It's a good strategy, but that's all banking on Ravnica actually being good. I don't really care about this thing. I don't really know how the positioning matters here. I just want shit done. I assume he's gonna Vile Spawn my guy and pray, which means he kills my 3/3 and my 4/3. Then we Fungal Mantle Fireflies. Yeah, this should work out. I don't know where he gets the 1-cost card, though. He certainly has Vile Spine. I just don't know if he has the 1-cost for it. He might just be playing another Giggling Adventure this turn, which means that he would still kill off the 4/3 and the 3/3. I could technically punch through with the 9/9 with my Doomhammer, but I wouldn't be able to kill him. But I think that's still good enough. Alright, well, I thought of all the lines. Can you please play one of them, Cypher Saiyan? It's most likely going to be the other Giggling Inventor if he's thinking this hard. He just doesn't like that play because it's very, very loose and doesn't really solve anything. Saw Dog loading into the arena with Moz the other day. Yeah, well, Dog seems very, very bored with Hearthstone nowadays, so I don't blame him. That's the incorrect trade. That's the incorrect trade. You should just bit the bullet on this 4/3. It's going to take more damage to play. It could be partly just like job security, but I think it's also just he wants to probably just see if it's worth getting into. The real question is whether or not MTG Arena or Artifact are gonna be able to contest against Hearthstone in terms of like having another way to play like online card games. People that like this kind of style of gaming. It's not gonna like, you know, beat Hearthstone. Even if it does like compete with Hearthstone, it's never gonna like actually take it off the track. But competition's always good. Makes games better, which is always good, right? Because like when you have monopolies over stuff like Hearthstone does, it basically just has a monopoly over the online card game arena, which is the most effective because you can get people to spend a lot more money that way and they can play whenever they want. You kind of can just like charge whatever prices you want. You can make whatever kind of cards you want. I'm not saying that that's like a bad thing, making whatever cards you want, but you're more tailoring to just getting more people rather than maintaining people, and that's like the key difference. Is that it's less about appeasing like the veteran players in Hearthstone nowadays. It's more about trying to get more new players to play the game, because it's hard to like please the veteran players all the time, you know. It really is. I don't doubt that much. But like the biggest identifier with that is that recently they released that they're bringing out 4 new classic cards to add to the classic set, because they took out like key cards for classes and they never replaced them in any regard. They took out cards in general, a lot of them, and some general cards like Azure Drake like made like Tempo Mage and Shaman that much better. think it's this. I want to like put this on something that's gonna do something. Well, yeah, I'm like rambling at this point. In general, I want like competition. One, because I can get like a wider spread of different card games that I can play, so I'm not just like restricted to only Hearthstone. Because I do love like playing card games. It's where my skill set is in terms of like the way that I think, the way I process stuff. Like I'm much more tuned with being able to play card games efficiently and proficiently. I can play shooters. I'm not a very good like marksman, but I understand macro-wise what I need to do in order to make shit happen. Does that make sense? And believe me, I can't kill people in shooters. Stuff like Overwatch, I'm actually not that bad at Overwatch. I can make Overwatch like one of my main games if I really wanted to. It's more that I know that I'm not like professional level, and that like in Hearthstone, I know that easily I can like compete against professionals, but it's more that you can only guarantee so much as like a Hearthstone professional player. You can only guarantee results rather, and like I hate like not being able to guarantee that I can perform whenever I need to perform. It doesn't like a lot of the time like I want to feel like it's my fault so that I can improve, but a lot of times in Hearthstone, whenever you lose, you feel like it's not your fault. Like, your deck didn't draw the cards you needed to. His deck operated perfectly. He drew Kalaseth into Chain Gang, into all this other stuff, you know? And, like, that's, like, the kind of stress I want to have in my life. I want to be able to, like, get on and just, like, enjoy playing the game. And still have, like, intellectual battles. Like, this is, like, fine. Aggro v. aggro. We both know what each other's limits are. There's very few high-roll cards. The only high-roll card in this matchup is Mana Worm. So everything's very much dictated by, like, more what the skill of the game is. We gotta play this first to play around the incineration spell. Alright. Oh yeah, Leo, how did you like Slay the Spire, by the way? If anybody's watched it, let me know how you guys felt about it. I really enjoyed it. We got lucky. We were able to beat the Spire the first round. Maybe we should have played this. Alright, this is really good. Alright, we're probably playing Baron Geddon. Like, for sure. Unless we have lethal somehow. I don't think we do. This is counterspell, so we don't. Play. I has to kill this. So we just like kill him with this stuff. I want more fun stuff in Hearthstone. 4 shit cards. Like if there's cards of my toes. I know. And they're like the literal only reason they designed those cards is to give players a glimpse of what cards they could own in the game. Which is very, very sad. Like, I feel like you can do a lot more than that. Even if it's not, like, adding, like, legitimately good cards to the game, or legitimately balancing cards to the game, like, they could have took that opportunity to really balance out their classes, but instead, they just use it as a way to milk their players, and that's, like, not cool. But, you know, it's like a newer player, it's like, it's true. It like, if I play like the 1 mana card in Warlock where it gives you a random card from your class, and like, in a way that's like still fun for me as a new player. They're not wrong. It is fun. I know that a lot of my friends who are like newer at the game, they love the Prince Malchezaar card. They love that kind of stuff. They love the legendary Whizzle Fizzbag, or whatever the fuck it's called. They love that card, you know, like cards that like give you cards that you don't own because you can't afford to play the game at a competitive level sometimes. Like they probably have like 1 or 2 like real decks, but they can't afford to like just play nothing but real decks all the time, or else they'd be dead bored playing the same 2 decks. So like I understand that, but like why couldn't those cards be put out in addition to cards that balance the game? You know, I think it'd be really good for it. But yeah, Slay the Spire, I actually had a lot of fun. Like, I'm sure that, like, Rich just bites the dust more often than not in that game. And that run was like an anomaly. That might have actually been the best run that he's ever actually seen. For someone who actually plays a decent amount of Slay the Spire. But I've only played it once before. And I didn't really understand what I was doing, so... I, like, basically let him drive the whole time. Alright. He's probably trading into his elemental every time, so... In the head. For the aggro deck, right? Golden Monkey? Yeah, man, that's a super fun card. Oh my god, can you not have backstab? I think it's Totem. Let's see what it is. What's happening. And I more want him to trade this in. And then we can go like Flame Tongue, trade into his other Firefly. Ew. Alright, so we for sure have to use this to clear off his Fox. Yeah, I think it's Totem. I mean, like, if it's the 1/1, sucks dick, whatever, but in this case it's really good, because then we get, like, more stuff to throw our creatures into. Because right now he probably plays the Fandalori Strider, which is the 4/4 guy, so we need to, like, have the creatures that are able to trade into it. I mean, we could just Lava Burst it, maybe, but, like, I wanted this to be the scenario, right? I wanted this to be, like, what I was, like, going for. Alright, so now we gotta, like, make a play. Alright? You have to decide whether or not Lava Burst is more important to save for the head with Electra, or if trading is correct. I think that it's much harder for him to reach out and deal with these creatures than it is for me to somehow tether together people with Lava Burst down the line. Yeah, I miss Elise. Elise is a really cool card. Like, for those of you who don't know, there used to be a card called Elise, Star Seeker, I think it is. It was a 4-mana 3/5. You could play it in any deck. And when you played it, it, like, flew around the map, like, basically like this, like, in this motion, and it, like, landed on your side of the table. And what the card did is it, like, started a quest in your deck, essentially, to find the Golden Monkey. What the Golden Monkey was it shuffled a quest into your deck. It was a 2-mana thing. And then when you drew that card, you played that 2-mana quest, and you put a Golden Monkey card into your deck, that when you played that 4-mana 6/6 taunt, you changed all the cards in your deck into random legendaries. It was really cool. They're like all golden. Very exciting, you know, because you never knew what you were going to get, whether that's going to be shit or it's going to be a really fun game. I want to keep the heal totem around. So in here, hopefully our elemental survives until next time. They kind of remade Elise with Elise Trailblazer, which is honestly just a very good transition. So, like, and they gotta try out new cards. They can't just, like, keep making the same card. I definitely agree. At least when it comes to, like, cards that define the set. Cards that define the set, they can't just, like, reuse ideas. But I'm fine with them reprinting cards like Lotheb that are designed to balance the game. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. We're gonna have to Electra, just Electra. We're gonna have to Electra, or the might just Electra, rather. Just to get some value.
Lightning can strike twice.
If he doesn't have the Vile's fine. Probably gonna get Totem here, hope for taunts. I haven't cast very many Overload cards. At least this is playable. Doing this to trigger Bile Spine. Damn it, dude. Man, like, I don't really have another play. Like, the alternative is like press Totem and Nest. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Oh boy, we're in trouble.
The icy winds of Northland.
Should have vaulted this once or twice first, right?
This curse has become our greatest strength.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Ugh. I don't know what the fuck we do now. We can make it so Edwin has to go. No, we can't. Lay fuck. Well, that sucked. We completed our quest. Don't worry, I'm not going to spend the money on a pack, Leo. I'll save the money for Arena. As long as I don't forget about it. Why do they keep designing combo cards? That's what Rogue does. Need to make broken aggro cards. They need to make 1-drops. They don't have to be broken. They just have to be like real 1-drops. You know, Alley Cat's fine. That new mech they made is fine. Let me find it. Like, this is hot trash. This isn't a 1-drop. Like, this mech is like actually fine. But like the problem is with this card is that you play this mech. And I'm like, how do you kill them with this card? Like in Zoo, like you like kill off your own creatures and it's like good for you. That like makes sense. Like what like how do you like follow that card up? There's like nothing. There's like no mech except for like this guy, but it's like defensive. It like turns a 1/1 into a 2/4 or whatever. So whatever, 2 attack. That's all that really matters. There's nothing that like punishes them when you play that guy. There's nothing pressing. There's nothing like immediate or concerning. Right? So that's like the only problem with this card. Is that like yes it's a mech. Yes it's like there to like allow you to like have a creature on the table so that whenever you want to magnetize and trade into something, that's all fine and dandy, but it's not an aggressive card. And it has an aggressive text box, if that makes sense. It's like, you're not playing this in, like, Paladin, right? Where you're supposed to resurrect all your stuff. Because, like, if you resurrect this, it's a piece of shit, you know? So, like, this says that you're supposed to play it in an aggro deck so that whenever they try and wipe your field out, you have something else there to magnetize. There's no, like, aggressive magnetic cards. Like, the most aggressive one is this 5-drop, which it is good. But, like, there's nothing that, like, leads into it. There's, like, no deck that, like, makes this, like, happen. Right? It's not bloodlust. It's not just killing them when you play it. It's just a lot of damage at once that they just normally naturalize, you know? So, like, I think they made a few good 1-drops. Like this. Dire Maul's, like, okay, but it doesn't run away with the game. It's, like, this is good, but this is, like, not an aggressive card. So you don't play that in, like, anything that isn't, like, whatever, you know? But they're not like Mana Worm. They're not like Tunnel Trog. It's like, what is this? Like, I don't understand. Like, why do you make this card when this is your 1-drop? That doesn't make any sense. Like, Shaman can't even... They're only 1-drop elementals. You can't combine with this card, which is obviously meant to abuse a 1-drop elemental, you know? Doesn't make any sense. Just looking to see if there's any other one drops I'm missing that they like may have added that I missed. So this is good. This is a good one drop, right? Because it defends your other creatures, lets other creatures do more. It has a snowball-like effect, right? Where like you play this and then it defends Raid Leader in this meta, for instance, right? And that's like just good enough, right? But like whereas like the Death Rattle guy, like there's no way to like abuse the fact that it has Death Rattle, you know? Like Sea Giant's not gonna happen as long as Spreading Plague's in the meta. So like that'd be the one advantage in this meta that you could do, but it's not the case. There's like actually just no other one drops. There's no Enchanted Raven either. That's another good one drop. This is a good one drop. Can't complain about this, but this came out ages ago. It's actually a really good one drop. Put the zoo back on the map, made it playable again. Alright, let's actually make a Temple Warrior. Yeah. So I have no idea what I want to do this exactly. All I know is that I want it to kill people. I just don't know if these are like good. Like I'm certain that this is like the kind of strategy I have to employ. Still Taskmaster, right? This is good. It's another Almighty Berserker, which is fine. What is the point of this card? Why is it not 1 mana? I guess 1 mana is broken. Never mind. This is really, really good. You know what deck is actually pretty good? Nylone's deck. Like, how the hell did this deck work? I want to play a bit more of this after. This deck actually somewhat worked. I don't know how. I don't quite understand it. But it, like, actually worked. Blows my mind. Like, I want to run another Glacial Shard so that it's, like, a little bit neater. But I don't want to cut Forge of Souls. It's, like, another, like, way to draw, like, lethal. It's definitely, like, good in the deck. Maybe we cut a Spellbreaker. This Spellbreaker's kind of overkill. I don't mind running this deck again after we build this Temple Warrior. Just quit? That's awful. Shelvin has no 1-drops. Yeah, man. It's more than, like, I'm just straight up addicted to Hearthstone. That's why I, like, stress, like, I want this, so, like, it's less that whenever I, like, talk about, like, Artifact or, like, MTG Arena, it's less that I want those games to be predominant, because I've already played Magic the Gathering. I already know, like, what it's, like, capable of and stuff like that. It's a more in-person type game. I just want Hearthstone to feel threatened enough to where they have to actually make the game good, you know? I don't know. But it's like, they have, like, a formula, like, mathematically, their formula makes sense to where as long as every class is playable, and as long as every game you play feels like you have interaction, that's, like, their ideal, right? But, like, there's a reason aggressive decks exist in card games. Like, Magic the Gathering hasn't existed for 20, 25 years and determined that they just don't have aggressive decks in their game, because there's a huge amount of people who enjoy playing aggressive decks, and I'm one of them. Like, you see most of the decks I like to play. I like playing aggressive decks. I like to play aggressive strategies, and just because they're aggressive doesn't mean that they don't take skill, right? Like, stuff like Face Hunter, like traditional Face Hunter, where, like, you just did not contest the field at all, and you had to dance around what your opponent can do, and if you made one mistake, you lost, because they just eventually just took the field over, and then you couldn't do anything. But right now, there's so many cards that are just so cripplingly punishing for you developing the field early, then it's not worth it to play a lot of early decks. And that's why the decks that are doing well at, like, being aggressive decks in the meta right now are ones that don't play creatures, essentially. Like, Mage doesn't, like, play creatures. They play, like, Mana Worm and stuff like that, but essentially the point of their deck is to develop the field early, get in their damage, like Aggro Shaman, sort of, but they finish them off with an immense amount of burn, that's where they can't, where, like, dealing with their creatures isn't stopping the damage. They have to out-heal their counterpart. Same thing of, like, Odd Rogue. They, like, abuse, like, 1 or 2 creatures, and they buff these things up with Cold Blood and Fungalmancer, and they make them, basically, you either answer this creature or you lose the game, rather than, I'm going to push stuff through, or they Odd Rogue use stuff like Vilespine Slayer to kind of essentially cheat the game, where they're playing a endgame card in an aggressive strategy, and it just works out that way. But I could harp about that for a while. Play Wild. It's not that, like, I don't, like, completely not enjoy Wild, but, like, in Wild, it's almost worse than, like, Constructed Standard, right? Because there's so many bullshit cards in Wild that I just don't want to see ever again. I hate bringing somebody down to 3 when their deck is nothing but one-ofs, and then they play a card that just essentially negates everything, right? It's just like, it's less about, like, you played effectively, you managed to play around these set of cards that your opponent could possibly have. It's just, I feel like I'm just, like, hit the ground and go, you know? And then, like, if they have Reno, they win. If they don't, then I lose. I hate that feeling of the game. And a lot of decks, from last time I played Wild, are really based around Reno-like strategies. Like, Razaka's Priest, I despised that deck, you know? But everything was okay, because back then you could still play aggressive decks. But they had, like, Potion of Madness. I never want to see Potion of Madness again. Why would I want to go into Wild and play against Potion of Madness? God damn, I hate that card. Whew. Oh my. They steal your kindly grandmother and get the 3/2 and destroy one of your creatures? It was nuts. Like, how did that card get fucking printed? Oh my goodness. Alright, let's play Nihilo Warrior. I'm going crazy over here. It's crazy, man. Temple Warrior about Dr. Boom? Yeah, man. What are you gonna do about Dr. Boom? You can technically play, like, Spiteful Priest as, like, your Dr. Boom. Like, that's, like, gotta be somewhat fine. This deck cracks me up, though. Too bad Nilo's not here to see this.
Garrosh versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. Victory or death.
Alright, I don't exactly know what I'm fighting. I want to coin into Frothings, I think. Is it like an ideal one drop that we want? We're gonna be rich. I mean, they have Shadow Madness in Standard. Why do they have Shadow Madness in Standard? Is there Shadow Madness in Standard? What is Shadow Madness? There's no Potion of Madness. What is Shadow Madness? I can't remember what the hell that is. Alright, well, I have no idea if we win this thing. Cutting the Spellbreaker feels really bad against this deck. Or we're gonna Spellbreak this next turn. We'll see what he does. Four mana Priest card, check out this game. Oh no, that's fine. It's 4 mana, right? And it's like I get Priest is supposed to steal the cookies out of your basket, right? I didn't say that. Like, I'm well aware that that's like a thing that can happen. But I don't think they should be able to, like, play, like, not do anything turn 1, or play Northshire Cleric turn 1, and then turn 2, play Radiant Elemental, buff their dude to a 1/5, and then steal your kindly grandmother and throw it into your alley cat. Like, that is nonsense. That is actual nonsense. How's that fair, you know? Even without the Radiant Elemental, Potion of Madness is a cuckold ass card. I don't know if this really matters. He's gonna light steal this, sure. Draw last, Lamau. That cracks me the fuck up. Oh, it just kills me. It's so funny. It's just the funniest shit. Oh, good grief. I don't want a Deadly Arsenal just yet, because I can only guarantee 5 damage. If I play Forge of Souls, I'm drawing both my weapons, and they're not good anymore. Like, that effect won't work anymore. So, like, Spellbreaker's probably not the play either. So, like, in my mind, I guess Deadly Arsenal is the only play. Maybe he taps and I Spellbreak and hit him with the Gorehowl next turn. Or wait, I can't do that on the same turn, fuck. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's just Deadly Arsenal. And hopefully it's just Gorehowl. Yeah. Well, that sucks. Unfortunately. We can at least Gorehowl down that guy. Take an immense amount of damage though, so that's undesirable. If we draw a Deckhand, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Gorehowl, right? I'm pretty sure we can't run Forge of Souls in this deck. It doesn't make any sense. Because we don't want to draw our cards. Can you stop? You have 2 oozes in your deck? Are you kidding me? Alright. I think we're dead. I can't, like, reach this thing. I can, like, silence it, but it doesn't, like save me. Sarah's dead. It's 2 oozes, man. We can't beat that. We spend a whole turn playing a weapon. There's no way we can beat, like, Swamp Ooze. But I'm, like, we're never, like, mad about acidic Swamp Ooze. It's like, he's purposely debilitating, like, another card that he can play in his deck that can be far greater than acidic Swamp Ooze in a lot of situations to beat one archetype. He wants to defeat weapon-based decks, and that's totally fine. If he's playing a tech card to beat a very specific type of card, that's fine. Just like the Locker Crawler, if he's playing like Hungry Crab or anything like that. He's like answering the meta, so that's like fine. But I can't be like upset about that. I can't be upset about fucking MT Tech though. It's just like the way the game's played nowadays. It's just too powerful. Alright, let's see. So Spellbreaker's not good here. So what would have been good in that situation? What do we need to have happen? Do we need to like have like Heroic Strike? Or sorry, Mortal Strike? Is that ever going to be lethal? I kind of want to run at least... I'm going to try just 2 Mortal Strikes. It's Fireball, right? Like in a lot of situations. I don't remember if the Weapons Project triggers the Spellstone. I'm pretty sure it does. But like, I don't know if like Scourge Lord Garrosh is good in this deck. It kind of feels like overkill, so we're going to cut him too. We need to cut something. It needs to be an endgame card because we don't want to be like too heavy. Let's try this variant. I like this. I'll work on stuff for Warrior outside of stream. What do you play, Freeborn? I know you said you played Shaman a lot, Freeborn, but like, what like actual decks do you play whenever you like get on and play like Standard or whatever else? And what are you playing Wild, VP? I know whenever I do play Wild, I typically play as legitimate like aggro mech Shaman. Okay. We want weapons. Oh, Nylone. Look who it is. We didn't know you were going to show up. Leroy Jenkins? Oh, dude, we should definitely play Leroy Jenkins in here. I'll cut something for it. Why did Power of Wallby go to the Hall of Fame? Because, to be honest, it was a very powerful card. That wasn't balanced for this meta. Or for just the game in general, like post-beta. Like, I'm fine with Burst being banned, because Burst is, like, I don't want to say aggro decks being banned, but people just played Power Overwhelming in just Warlock because it was good. It was good for, like, Shadow Flame, it was good for Leroy Jenkins combo, and it was good in Zoo. It was okay in Zoo, but it's more that, like, decks that shouldn't be able to kill you just out of nowhere, like Control Lock, or just killing you out of nowhere with Power Overwhelming. That's like not the intention of the card. The card's meant to be just like a last-ditch effort to push through damage as the aggressive deck. So I definitely understand why they banned it. I just feel like they should have got something in place. I missed a Face Hunter deck called Tarzan. I made a Face Hunter deck called Tarzan. Great. Playing this to play around him being able to melee down my dude. What is this Xylan? Is he hitting my dude? What a dude. Yeah, I'll watch it in just a second. Come on down. I always want to, like, I'm not very good at, like, getting videos up immediately. Give me a second. I'm gonna, like, actually play this 12-7 click of whatever the fuck it is. 480 quality, that's the best I can get. Come on, man. Probably silence one and then push the damage through.
Your magic shall not save you.
I'll get to the list of decks you play in a second. Freeborn, trying to pull up this. I gotta fix this thing. at. We need some consistent full draw. Alright, here we go. Is it just him screaming? Oh my god, it's too fucking funny, dude. Let's flex on him real quick. Gonna have a core out too. Oh man, brings a tear to my eye. By the way, I recommend watching Tarzan. You guys haven't seen the Tarzan movie? Are you kidding me? It's ancient, but I've seen it. Come on, Nyland, what do you take me for? Next turn we green skin. 2 shots of vodka. Please don't have weapon removal, I'll cry. I wonder if you ever see the green skin play coming. Drink up, me hearties. Leo, we gotta cut something for Leroy. What do we cut for Leroy? I didn't even notice what deck you were playing. Shake my head, Nyland. This is paying homage. Alright, let's see. Freeborn says he plays even Shaman. I can respect that. It's not the kind of Shaman I'm like used to. But it's certainly like it can definitely be fun. And it's like closest to like the type of Shaman that I'm like a fan of. I think it's like the closest to what Shaman is supposed to be like anyway. So yeah. Shutterwalk. Not the biggest fan of Shutterwalk, but I definitely understand if you play it. Hey, what's up? Fian. Welcome to the stream. Naturalize. He dead? Almost. Well, this is Gorehowl. We can kind of just use it as a Gorehowl, right? Let's see, and a lot of random stuff, even your aggro deck. Oh yeah? I'm glad you like it, man. How's it been running for you, by the way? Oh, an Overload Shaman? I run Ancestral Healing for Taunt. Yeah, that makes sense. If you have, like, no mana, Ancestral Healing's definitely the play. And then you can, like, trade in your, like, 7-8 into stuff and then, like, heal it back up to full. It's, like, it's definitely the cards you play in that kind of strategy. And we definitely had to bump into this guy so they couldn't weapon this guy down easily. Maybe cut Spellstone? Cut one Weapons Project? Nay! Nay. Maybe Spellstone. Alright, so we have 12 damage. He's at what? So it's definitely this here. And then we, a little kiss on the cheek. Play another Arcanite. Yeah, we definitely need Leroy. Spellstone's probably not the card. Just in general. We can probably just cut it entirely. I thought it'd be okay. Maybe something to beat this. Mossy Horror. We can run Leroy and one Mossy Horror. I think that's good. Yeah, let's try that after this match. That's actually nice. Yeah, it's gonna take us too long to get through this. We need something that deals with this stuff. It doesn't have to be Mossy Horror, but I think Mossy Horror is gonna be the easiest thing we can do to it to get it off the table. If he plays that other like form of like immense amounts of taunts, then we just concede. One Blood Knight. It's good against this kind of stuff. I thought about it, but like I don't think it's correct. If we play Blood Knight, we can cut the Glacial Shards for Argent Squires. But Blood Knights are only good against this stuff, and it's not like good in our deck because we just want it off the table, right? Like Mossy Horror is better because we only have like usually one way to deal with this stuff, right? The good thing about Blood Knight is that it typically does just survive. Like if it gets 2 triggers, it does survive the Deadly Arsenal, like wave clear. So yeah, we'll try cutting the Mithril Spellstones. We'll add in for sure a Leroy. We'll play around with the last card. We'll either put in a Mossy or another Spellbreaker. It's probably gonna be Mossy.
The frozen winds guide me.
Oh my god. Let me hit you in the head! Alright, we're dead. We can't. We don't have anything in our deck that like beats like fucking a billion giggling Ventus. Overload Shaman is sick when it works. I haven't looked at it in a while. It was actually one of my favorite archetypes because like it like feels good when you have like the 3-mana 2/4 guy just like going off. And he's like tucked behind like the Feral Spirits. I used to run a Marabi deck. I didn't want this. I wanted Wild so I could show you real quick. I used to run a Marabi deck. I actually was one of the first people to solve Marabi in Wild. And I'll just like give you a brief overview of what it does. There's like way crazier Marabi decks than what I made. But back in the day, this is like cutting edge technology, let me tell you. So the whole point of the deck is you played Marabi in it. And you also played... You also played this guy, and you played a bunch of cost reduction stuff like Thurison, Farsight, that kind of stuff. And the idea is that you got Marabi, this thing that froze all your minions, and you got copies of all your minions because Marabi's on the field and it gives you copies of all your frozen minions. And you play a bunch of these guys, and it was like a control deck. You like wipe the field with Elemental Destruction, which is this 3-mana card that wipes the field for 4 to 5 damage. You would overload yourself. This is before this card was out, anything like that. And then you would copy all these giants on the same turn that you would play Marabi and all the giants and the Frost guy. And then you would kill them that way, which is like an infinite amount of giants. But I could never like completely solve it. I solved it for like the meta I was in. But like nowadays there's more stuff like this guy is like really good. There's the new Shaman card, this thing, which is really good in this kind of deck as well. So I haven't like looked at it with that kind of stuff, but it is fun. I just wish that it didn't cost 6 fucking mana. One Blood Knight. That's why I play Brawl. I would just think Mossy's better. But Brawl makes sense. Like, this is a generic field clear. You're not wrong. I just don't prefer that, like, line of thinking. And other people might agree with you. So, like, definitely up there in terms of, like, what we can play to counter it. This is not my preference because it's not guaranteed, right? Because I already want more draw in the deck. We would play like Warpath. I really like Warpath. That makes a lot of sense. Because we can use Arsenal for spreading plagues. But like, if we have Warpath, we can do some crazy lethal combos with Berserker, right? That's really cool. I think it's better than Mossy. Mossy doesn't hit everything sometimes. Alright, now we gotta find a way to get Leroy in here. Now we went fucking around putting this in. Maybe we just don't want Glacial Shard. Maybe it's just not good. Don't know. This deck's really weird. So here's Leroy. Like Gunspire. Just play this guy again. What are we weak on? We just put another Spellbreaker in. That's gotta be like fine. I like that. The other thing is that I wish we had a better one drop. If you kind of just like slip in this deck. It's like, this isn't it, this isn't it. Town Crier, we don't have any rushes. It's like, that's just like the only card, right? Let's try this.
You're stuck in my head, stuck in my heart, stuck in my body. I wanna go, get out of here, I'm sick of the party. I don't know where I hate.
When the right cards fall into play in your deck, it's amazing, but you soon run out of resources. When I run Mana Tide Totem, it lives. I usually win from that matchup. Yeah, Uncontested Mana Tide is like one of the strongest things in Shaman, because a lot of decks, like, they'll try and just like, it'd be like it's like a dick showing contest where you're just like, I have Wild Growth and Nourish and all this other kind of stuff, or I have like, I'm drawing all these cards as Warlock, right? And like, Shaman is just like, they play 3-mana Totem, which works with their like their Flame Tongues and their other like creature-based synergies like Sea Giant and like Evolve strategies, and you have to do that as well. And they have to actually like have something on the table to kill it, or they have to 2-for-1 themselves with like Wrath or like Hellfire a lot of the time, just to get it off the table, which it's a 2-for-1 in your favor to clear that card. The only problem is that card only ever really works in mid-range strategies, in board flood strategies, or control strategies. It doesn't work like in aggro strategies as much, not from my experience. You want to play a game for fun? Yeah, I can play one game for fun. You're in the in-crowd now, Aaron. But I already told somebody earlier on in the stream that I wasn't trying to do player games tonight, but you're not a regular anymore. Dynamatic. Maybe. No, we can't because there's one attack. I don't, like, it's Dire Maul, like, what the fuck was this to do?
The scourge will devour all.
There's no clean way to do this, boys, but we gotta do this, or else he just kills our guy.
What
You can use this instead. This has to go in here. There's no question about it. here. This has to go in here. I think it's this. You need to make our guy bigger. It's like the key here. So he's Spiteful Druid, assuming. I don't know what this card is. Spiteful Summoner, I imagine. Dynamatic. Well, it doesn't hit max. So no, it doesn't solve our problems. And it turns us into a control deck, not like an aggro deck. It's a great card, but it doesn't hit the anti-aggro card, right? Let you be mine. Control the I don't know how he punishes this. I have to like learn like what it is he does to punish this. I'm not just gonna Mortal Strike and the only thing you do is Fungalmancer, you know? Like, this is fine. It sucks, but it's fine.
I am on call when you need me, let me know. But we're drifting in a strange way. I'm aware that it's a mistake. If I love you, it's a mistake. If I don't, you know, space and time wouldn't let you be mine. What I've come to understand is entropy wouldn't leave you to me. I'm right back where I began, in the arms of a stranger.
What now?
So there's a lot to think about here. I know, dude. Fungalmancer is his best card here. That's why I had the bump, because I didn't want to get too much Fungalmancer value. As I didn't know if I needed to play around the card or not.
The Earth Mother was busy.
Similar situation. Hopefully it's killable. Whatever it is. You can only do a max of 7 damage. The problem with Deadly Arsenal here is that we don't actually get to develop.
What now?
Like, I'm like half tempted to just hit him in the head and Deadly Arsenal next turn. Nah, it doesn't work at all. Alright, so we have to like melee this fucking thing. Sucks. It's only guaranteed way to kill this portal though. What would this card be if not this? The freeze effect guy? I don't expect to be fighting minis 500, so I'm not going to adjust based on it. First we can do a 7 to it. I think we're just dead. Damn. I didn't expect that match to be favorable though. Plus we were like really slow. We had like a hedged clan thug as like our main aggressive piece. And this is like, Leo, this is like one very important reason that even though Weapons Project sucks because we're an aggressive deck, having it in the deck is absolutely necessary. One, because it helps us clear enemy threats. Two, because it's a weapon that's going to let us increase our hedge clan thug, upgrade it with upgrade, or upgrade the Bloodsail Raider. I can coin into the 2-drop and then go into Bloodsail Raider, which you can't do that with Fiery War Axe. At least not on curve, to where it makes sense. So like, even though it's like, it seems like it's not correct, I actually think it is correct.
I must protect the one.
It's the same guy. Please now. Okay. But you're welcome to debate. I'm not like fucking putting my stake in and be like, yeah, this is the way it is. I don't actually know for sure, you know. But based off like logic, it just makes sense that way. Please not wild growth. See, this is like one reason why I wanted the freeze guys in the deck. Just to do some early game damage. I might put them back in if it keeps going like this, where I'm just like not doing anything the first few turns. Maybe we cut like Mortal Strike and we run Amani Berserker. I don't ever want to like use Warpath to like just trigger it. I want to save Warpath as a removal effect for giggling inventors and such. But it could just be good in the deck as opposed to like Bloodsail Raider or the Mortal Strikes. It's weird. He's using the spell study when he used it now.
Oh, who goes there? Hold it!
I can turn this up a little bit. I know this is like your jam. For Nourish. What else would it be, guy? Mortal Strike's really good here. What's this do? 9, 13 plus another 10. So 23 damage next turn. Oh yeah, send me your Tarzan deck, Lamal. Your Tarzan deck, by the way, Nylon. You never sent it. I was expecting you to send it by now. More path. Come on. There's no reason to deadly arsenal on this table. You can try and muscle through this. But it's for wild. Ew. Try Moonfire armor. It can be used for trading aggro. I don't even know what that is. I'll look at it. Alright, so he definitely kills one of the thugs. But what's the rest of this play look like? Malfurion, maybe? So that means we go Berserker. Swipe. The head? That makes no sense. This makes much more sense. How much damage do we have maximum? The 12 plus 4. Not there quite yet. Let's go with this. If I made a King Crush, pretty good. I wanted to play Ranger again. No, fucking Leo hates that song, man. You can't even absolutely want to, but Leo's gonna get triggered to all hell. It actually, it was saved in the playlist the last time you linked it, and it randomly came on in the middle, in the beginning of the stream, in like the middle of one of the games. It's pretty funny. I ended up skipping it after like 2 minutes because it just goes on for so long, but. Dude, is you ain't my baby. Look how good this is at our deck. God damn. Whew. Who doggy? What a good ass card. That's annoying. It's a deadly arsenal this. Is you ain't my baby. Alright, well, see you later, cards. Do you not have infestation blocks? I don't know if I can beat it at this point. Damn it. We have to see another weapon now, or another damage effect. Right now we can cap out at 12, so we see another heroic strike or another mortal strike. Or no, it has to be a heroic strike. No. Monk of Prey. There's no way he can't out-heal this. Well, hopefully this works out. Oh, all right. We have to draw another Mortal Strike. Mortal Strike's definitely staying in the deck. We wouldn't even be able to win if we didn't have another Mortal Strike in our deck. Oh, we can't. Oh, no, we have to Warpath. Fuck, we're dead. Ah, fuck. Oh, well. Warpath all this shit down, I guess. Alright, so we have to see what? Arcanite Reaper next turn, or to stand a chance. Reaper lets us do 7, 12 max, whatever the course of 2 turns, 17. It's at 10 right now, so yeah, it would have to be Arcanite Reaper. I didn't even know he was token. What the fuck does this happen? Maybe I'll kill him now if we draw a weapon. Oh, come on. Just any weapon, dog. Not any weapon, but fuck me. X marks the spot, indeed. We're probably dead to just generic buff effects, unfortunately. Oh well. I feel like the deck's just still missing something. I don't think it did bad there. Like, we cleared his table when we had to. I feel like Warpath's the card, but I may be wrong. I know what it is. Let me look at this Hunter deck real quick. Looks pretty simple to me, dog. What's like, it's just a mid-range Hunter deck then? I miss this guy. Such a fun card. Why do you have like one-ofs, like from 5 up? By the way, that's so weird. It looked bad though. Alright, so let's run Scourge Lord again. For some reason he was working. I don't know exactly why it was that way, but he was. Let's run 1 Warpath. I don't think we ever need to. Ram Wrangler. Oh, I see. Oh. Leave me alone. Oh. Yeah, well, you spelled Wrangler wrong. I mean, it was... Man, you can't blame me. That was like... Whatever. I'm tired, man. It's late as fuck. It's 5 in the morning. You suck. I'm gonna try streaming D&D tomorrow. I'm not gonna stream it in VR the first go around because I want to like be able to like see how it is like getting my bearings, like streaming that kind of thing. All right. And plus, I don't know how to like check like stream chat while I'm like streaming or using VR. I haven't like done that before. So I'm gonna have to like figure out a way to like look at stream chat while I'm using VR as well. But yeah, it's gonna be like a newer type thing. Cause I'm not gonna exactly know how to like interact with chat without like distracting the DM too much. So I'm gonna have to like talk to them and figure that out as well. But yeah, I'll talk to them, see if they're like down for that tomorrow. We have our core group right now, 4 people and the 1 DM. So
I must protect the wild.
Right, Moonfire Armor. That's the card I want to actually look at. Oh, this sucks. I'll just type it in Google. Oh, mountain fire armor. Like we talked about this card before. It's just not better than Frothing Berserker or Hedge Clan Thug. This is the reason why we ended up not going with it. It's not bad, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't like do anything. It pushes generic damage, and I guess it's like always fine, but it's a little better, I think. We need to have Arcanite gone by the time we play the second one. We're gonna just take this damage. It's a Mortal Strike range. What the fuck is this? I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade Gorehowl, if anything. Hit him in the head. Do as much damage to me as he wants to this 4-4. I'm not sinking an Arcanite into it. Druid's so hard to kill, man. Just don't stop. Gonna draw cards. I do not want to play an Infestation if I can damn well help it. Whatever for these two, right? Now what do we do? Silence this? It doesn't make much sense. He just trades into it, gets value off of it. I'm gonna say this was something else. I'm fine upgrading this weapon now. Let's do a little bit more to kill this Frothing Berserker. Then just trade this in. So that's fine. Then if he does bounce in, we can just Mortal Strike this and push Faith.
A tangled web.
Can we swipe, I'd imagine?
magic shall not save you.
So much health to clear off. God damn. He trades, whatever. This sunk had a lot of damage now. We need to swing Weapons Project in the garage next turn to negate his weapon.
A tangled web.
Weapon project yet. This is a free clear. Upgrade. Damn it, I really want this weapon. Just can't kill this man. He's like at 40. Our deck does nothing but hit him in the head. Get to see a Deadly Arsenal. Is it even good enough? Is this like good enough? Certainly undesirable to say the least. I have to clear this shit. At least you show me that he is lethal. Alright, boys. It's late. Well, early, whichever part of the world you're at. It's probably just early, no matter what, really. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to really try and stream tabletop. I wanted to stream it for like a week now. So it's gonna be a little bit different of a stream. It's gonna be a lot more slow paced, and it's gonna be like kind of like figuring out like the balance between like talking to chat and like actually just running the campaign. So we'll see if it work out on stream or not. Be kind of more of a risky play. We'll see if people enjoy it or not. But in your case, I'd still like to stream it because it is a lot of fun. We'll be having a lot of fun playing the campaign. But either way, I'll catch you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.